Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for another amazing episode of Executive Insights, where every week we answer 4 business questions.
3 from various levels of your business journey and 1 personal question as a business owner.
Today we will be talking about your first big win.
Hey!
Landmark deals, projects, or moments of recognition. I'll be your host today, Gervais Nelson, CEO of FaceTime, as well as the founder for the FaceTime Foundation. To my right is my amazing co-host.
Hey y'all, this is Marie Rose, CEO of Rosebud Studios and founder of Rose Palace of Success and Thorn Free Academy. Mm-hmm. Okay, feel free.
I know I had a few extra seconds in there.
Feel free to add comments, like, shares, and of course be sure to subscribe as we share our executive insight.
Question number 1 is, what specific choice or risk led you to your first real breakthrough?
I'm just going to say the first thing that came to my mind, because y'all know I don't take notes.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was having the courage to show up to an event, a networking event in my community, because I wanted to broaden my network, and I felt like I have operated solo. Meaning I felt like, let me just stay focused on my business. And in order for me to get to the next level, I had to start connecting with people. So I showed up to a room. I just found it on Eventbrite. And when I went, that was my breakthrough. That changed everything for me, because once I went, I got over the fear of showing up. And then I continued to show up in that same room and seeing how close success was or the next step was for me, because they were in this room and people were making connections. And the risk was the choice to show up and search for a new network. The risk was taking the leap and getting over my fear as an introvert to go into this room and introduce myself. And the great thing about it is, if I didn't introduce myself the right way the first time, I just started over with the next person. It gave me that opportunity to practice my pitch, practice my introduction, which is hard to do when you're talking to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm going to piggyback you a little bit. For me, as a creative person, it was putting my work out there on social media. Mm-hmm. That was very, very difficult for me. I was really kind of like scared to do it, because I'm really, what Erica Badu say, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my So putting it out there and just knowing like people could say things about it, I don't like this, or this is not it, or this, and the third. And just putting it out there was really scary for me. And I like I literally posted it and walked away, like put my phone down, I threw my phone and went outside and I just walked away from it, because I was
you can't see what people say.
Yeah, because if I have my phone on me, I'm going to change it, I'm going to delete it or something. So I left my phone in the house purposely and I just walked away. What ended up happening was I got comments, I got my first organic follow, I got a sale, like people was like, hey, can you do that in my house? Mm-hmm. Or do that for me? You know, it kind of felt good. You got a couple comments and it was like, well, you know, what you think you're doing, this, mm-hmm. and this. But it was dope in a sense, because it was like, it gave me a big confidence boost, because it was like, oh, it's somebody outside of my friends and family that like what I'm doing. And once I realized that, I understood the power of social media. Mm-hmm. And then it was like, all right, I need to take better pictures. I need to like put myself out there more to say, okay, this is a thing. I have something that someone likes and someone wants. But that was hard for me at first. I was borderline terrified.
So for new business owners, 0 to 2 years, how did you recognize that your first big win was truly a turning point and not just a luck or a temporary success?
My turning point was probably the year of COVID, and I had my first breakout year financially. That was when everything turned for me, because I really went 100% into my business. Mm-hmm. And I was like, all right, I'm going to really like lock in and see what I really, really can do with this. And I broke a financial mark that I set for myself. And I was like, oh, this can really, really be something if I'm serious about mm-hmm. this. But it wasn't that year that did it. I think if I had to say, it was the second year. The first year was that luck. And it's always is that luck? Was that mm-hmm. really happening? Yeah. So it wasn't the first year I had a great year. It was the year after. So when I did it in back-to-back years, it was like, oh, that wasn't a fluke. That wasn't luck. Mm-hmm. And I felt like that was the one that catapulted me and made me feel like I really, really got something. Mm-hmm. And I can really, really do this for a living and make my own way kind of thing. So it wasn't the first year I had a good year financially. It was the second year when I did it back to back.
So I'm going to say the same thing. Financially, I didn't feel like it was luck at all. Honestly, I put in the work to get that goal of that financial goal. It's not really a breakthrough because I put in that work.
Right.
But my thing was, how long am I going to have to work at this momentum?
Right.
To meet that. So for me, the breakthrough wasn't until I was getting contracts.
Mm-hmm.
And these people didn't know me, but they were coming from word of mouth, or they saw my business somewhere. And that's when I'm like, oh wait, if I'm not reaching out to them, people are referring them to me.
Right.
And this is where my primary my revenue is coming from. That's when I knew it wasn't luck anymore.
Right.
Because now my goal was to always be a household referral. And now I'm becoming that referral, because it speaks volumes when it's not your family referring a friend, a customer referring another customer. So when those started to roll in, I said, okay, this is not luck. This is consistency.
Question number 3 is, what lasting changes did the first big win force you to make in how you ran your business?
Okay. So for me, lasting changes was 3+ years was actually having formal systems. I remember not having an automated invoice system, and actually keying in and typing my invoices. I felt like the verbiage was changing. It's always like depending on where I was when I was creating the invoice. I might be shorthanded here, I might be detailed here, and trying to keep up, like not having a CRM system. So I'm like moving addresses and names and phone numbers into a database. So what my big win forced me to say, when the influx came of clients, I needed an automated system that keeps everything in place. So I'm not opening 5 free systems to track everything. Like everything needs to be in a order so I can see it. And that was the turning point. That was how I ran my business from here on.
I'm laughing because I'm picturing you on the go, like,
in my car.
give me my money.
Yeah, in my car, sending them. Okay, it's coming right now, shorthand and all. I just need to know that you can pay me my money.
Right.
So it ain't
my money.
I'll put the details later. Like that was me.
Cause you said systems, so that was definitely gonna be my end. But I'll switch it up. Budget planning was part 2 to that. Actually having a plan that was like, okay, I know the goal and the number that I want to hit. I know I can hit the number. But am I making sure that I'm tight on all corners? Am I overspending in my expenses where I shouldn't be? Am I hitting my 3-month goal, my 2-month goal, my first quarter goal, second quarter goal? Just being tighter about my numbers and being more diligent about that, it let me know like, oh, first quarter I'm not where I should be. I have to come up with a plan to actually, like, is it better, like, rather than wait to the end of the year and get a shock, I was being more proactive to say, okay, I need to double up on this thing. This is my big money driver. I need to push this harder. And then learning and being more like aware of my numbers, like, oh, this is what's making me money. I'm over here selling this thing. I'm selling this microphone, and I'm making $20 a piece. But I could sell this water $40 a piece. It's a big difference. And just being mindful of that was just like, well, why am I pushing so hard to sell one microphone and I'm not making any money on it? When I could push equally as hard, but the water sell itself.
Yeah.
So I can just sell 5 waters and be good. So just being aware of that and understanding what was making me money, and then it switched my whole marketing budget, networking budget, advertising budget, and you have to have those things. And year 1 through 4, I wasn't even operating with a budget. I was just doing. I wasn't even mindful. I was just going, and it was just happening. But when I saw what I was losing at the end of the year, I was like, oh, I gotta do better than that, and I can do better than that. And then I just started like really getting real tight and strict about it. It helped me a lot in that aspect. So budgeting for sure. Question number 4, how did that first big win change you? Not as a business owner, but as a person.
I'm going to say as a person, right? Not as a business owner. Understanding that it taught me how to work well with others. It taught me that I wasn't on this island alone. It taught me that when you are consistent as an individual and you're genuine, It's all coming together now. When you're authentic, when you're genuine as a person, what's for you will be for you, and it'll work out. Because leading up to that big win, honestly, is just a journey of mystery, because I'm just shooting this idea out here and I'm working it, not knowing if it's actually going to pull through and be something. So I'm betting on myself. And because I'm betting on myself, I'm staying strong and resilient through this journey that I don't know if it's going to flourish into anything. But I have to tap into a certain mindset and believe in myself and to be a cheerleader for myself. So once I got the big win, it's like, you can do it. What's next? And it taught me how strong I was. It taught me to build a community, depend on that community, and that I actually have supporters.
I think I stopped caring about the dollar, stopped caring about how much money I can make. Because it just, as you make more money, you just end up with more expenses. So I kind of like stopped caring about money. I just started having more fun with the processes. I started having a lot more fun. I enjoy being an entrepreneur. I realized this is who I am. And I kind of started to embrace it. At first, you kind of was like, I've always played sports, so I've always been Joe the athlete. And then I think in having my first couple deals, getting those wins, getting those victories, I realized I'm more than just an athlete. I'm more than just a dad. I'm more than just a husband. I'm an entrepreneur, like in real life. Like I'm really, really an entrepreneur. Like I really do this every single day. Eat, sleep, breathe it, and it's fun. I just have fun with it. I enjoy it. Any shout outs, words, celebration? If not, if you don't do it, I'm about to big you up for your trip so I got a shout out. I want to shout out Miss Marie Rose for her trip that she just went on, a business trip with the Shark Tank. Please tell us more about it and the time that you had, in brief as best you can to fit it in there.
Okay. So what I will say is that how I got this opportunity, just to encourage business owners, period, from beginning to end, is I responded to a grant that was an Instagram ad.
Wow.
Last year. And it got me into a recipient of $10,000 marketing, $5,000 check for my business, which is good, but it also put me in a pool of resources that I was not aware of. Once I was put in this pool, I received an email to apply for this. And I was chosen simply because of the organization that I responded to the Instagram ad for. They flew me out to Vegas. We were staying in a suite in the Venetian, and I was in a summit for 3 days with some of the top people in charge of marketing and Sony Pictures TV, Clover, Tabitha Brown, all these people who are investors in business, and I got to spend 3 days with them and actually touch and feel and talk to them. So I'm giving this encouragement to all the business owners on here that if you think it's too good to be true, you already failing by not responding. So all you can do is do it, because you're not losing anything. So just send in the application. I submitted that video for that application at 11:59. It closed at midnight. And I look back at the video and I'm like, yo, it was not glamorous at all. You can hear my kids screaming in the background.
Wow.
But I did it. And because I did it, these opportunities are coming to me. So sometimes we're only a click away from our new tax bracket, our new opportunity, but we just have to take the courage to do it.
Want to give them our disclosure?
Absolutely. So you heard us today. I feel like we're getting more vulnerable every time.
The questions are amazing. I'm loving it.
Yes. So you heard us today, and even though some of the advice that we give can relate to you, your business, you felt it, you said this is what I'm going through right now, I highly encourage you to reach out to me or Jovace, so that we can do a one-on-one with you and make sure that advice actually fits your business specifically. That's it.
No, that's perfect.
Okay.
All right. Please join us next week where we're going to be talking about, honestly, I know I say this every week, but this is my favorite topic. Profit first thinking. Understanding cash flow, profit margins, and sustainability. See, I told you that's my favorite topic.
Yes.
In closing, thank you for tuning in. You can follow us on Instagram, Executive Insights _. Stay inspired. Never, ever, ever, ever stop creating.
See y'all.
See you next week.